Now we're gonna break down every single stage. So the number one stage is called the Coachella stage. This is the Coachella main stage where all the headliners are going to be performing. Beyonce performed in 2018, Kanye in 2011. I've been going to Coachella for 16 years, and these are the best spots that I personally like to watch at the Coachella stage. I've watched Karol G from here, Rosalia, J Balvin from this section, Karim Leon. And to me, this is just it's such a fun location right here because you're dead center. And there's a reason why the production is right behind you is because these guys are the ones running the show and they have the best view of the house. They're looking at how the sound, this is where the sound sounds the best because it's in dead center. This is how the visuals look the best. They know about the pyrotechnics. They're able to see the whole production because they're running the show. So this is the best spot in the house in my opinion. Now if you want to go all the way to the front.
How long did you guys wait for Doja Cat?
1 p.m.
1 p.m.? Did it an hour
What did
ago?
we eat? No. What did she eat? Yes. She sure does.
You want to go at least one, maybe two artists. I think like at least two artists just to be safe. And the way to get in is go all the way to the right. So there's no access to the front on the left side of the main stage. That's only the artist section, artist guest pass section, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But if you want to go to the front, go all the way to the right where the screen is already bending. When you make it to the right, there's already going to be people waiting in line. But what's cool is that the people in the front, there's a lot of people that are watching a certain artist like at 6 or 7 p.m., depending on what time you go. And as soon as the artist ends, there's gonna be thousands of people leaving that section because they were just there to watch that artist and they're gonna go get some refreshments, go to the bathroom, whatever. And that's when you force your way in there. And there's gonna be lanes that open up. So there's gonna be crowds of people leaving, there's gonna be crowds of people going in. It's gonna be a little bit tight, but you could start making your way to the front pit. So you could be all the way in the front if that's what you want to be. It is going to be a little claustrophobic. Sometimes it gets a little bit jammed in there. There's always enough room, but it just depends on how comfortable you are being in the front. Now on the left side of the main stage, all the way in the front, this is the artist pass guest section. So only guest passes. So you have to have an artist guest pass or a production pass. You cannot buy these passes unless you get, I think it's a safari camping, or you get invited by the production or an artist if you want to go all the way to the front. So the only way is on the right side. Go all the way where the curved screen, force your way in there. The earlier you go, of course, it's easier to get to the front. Now, other section that I really like, which is not all the way to the front, but is really good and it's always enough room, is the left side of the stage. Like I was telling you, you can't go all the way to the front because the artist pass section, but there is going to be a barricade that separates the artist guest pass section to the GA on the left side. And a lot of people don't like to go here because let's say you're coming from another stage and people kind of just surround the main stage, but if you stay along the fence on the left side, there's going to be a fence that separates the beer garden to the regular field. If you just stay close to the fence and go all the way forward, it's going to look like it's so much people and you're not going to be able to make it to the front, but just keep walking. Just stay along the fence all the way forward. And then eventually you'll be able to see right where the VIP beer garden is. This whole section, there's always enough room. I think this is such a good section, to be honest. Most of the headliners I've watched from this section, it's always less crowded because people don't know that you can just keep going all the way forward because, when you're looking forward and you see 30,000 people, you're like, damn, it's already jammed. Like, I'm just going to stay and stand here. And then people just start standing in the middle of the field. But, no, just keep forcing your way in there. If you're trying to force your way through the middle of the crowd, of course, it's going to be super packed. But go around the edges. I think that's some of the best section. Even if you're so far from the stage, you can still listen to music. You can still dance to your favorite music. You might not be able to see the artists up close. You just see them through the screen. They're going to look like little tiny ants from far back, but the vibes are still there, even if you're in the back. Now, there is another thing that Coachella's been doing over the last few years. The headliners and a lot of the bigger artists, they're starting to do special moments. Skrillex, Forte, and Fred again. Also, that's where they performed. They weren't even on the stage. They were right here in this little middle section that I was telling you about. So this section right here, you could start camping this section out. You'll be able to catch some amazing, unique experiences where the artist will pass by in front of you without having to camp for 12 hours. For Coachella 2023, we were watching Metro Boomin from the Sahara tent. We'll talk about Sahara tent a little bit. We made it back to the main stage, and we're like, okay, let's try to. We were trying to get to the front of production, but it was already so jammed up. It was so many people because we showed up late. We were watching Metro Boomin, so we just stayed right here in front of the little fence. And then out of nowhere, Bad Bunny flew down. He came like on a palm tree through the air, landed right where we were. And then he ended up playing songs with Jose Feliciano, which is a legend. Then Bad Bunny passed by during Ojitos Lindos. He touched my camera, and I was like right there with Bad Bunny. We made eye contact. That's one of my favorite moments at Coachella. So yeah, that's the Coachella main stage. This is the overview of what you need to know, how to get to the front, and how it looks from different sections. So if you guys have any tips on how to get to the front of the Coachella stage, let me know in the comments as well. This is I don't know everything. Again, I'm speaking from experience, but if you have more tips, let us know in the comments, or if I missed something, let us know in the comments as well.